Introducing Dr. Booze. Sent back through time from tomorrow to save the homebrew tradition and dodge as much tax on alcohol as possible.
But I've got 10.5% mead here. Cheers, everybody. That's phenomenal. In this video, I will show you how to make mead very cheap, very easy, and very tasty. You will just need some kitchen utensils. A small saucepan, a measuring jug, a funnel, a whisk, a ladle, and a large saucepan, a teaspoon. All these things have to be clean, absolutely clean. Then, what costs the money? 75 pence from Asda, bottle of water. I'll put pictures up. £1.75 jar of honey. Asda runny honey. Allison's easy bake yeast. £1.50 for the whole pot. We're only going to be using 1.5 teaspoons. So, let's pour out half a litre. 500 ml, half a litre. Okay. Set that aside for later. I forgot. A tea bag. I'm not going to put a price up because it's just a few pence. Now, .5 litres, put a little bit in the small one, probably about 200 ml, doesn't matter, just a bit, just to cover the bottom, and then pour the rest into the big one. Close the lid, set aside for later. Now put this large one on heat. You just want to warm it up so the honey can mix into it nicely. Now, with this small one, what you're going to do, take your yeast and put 1 teaspoon in there. What we're going to do, we're going to heat this one up, but we're going to boil it, and we're going to boil it for 5 minutes. What that's going to do is going to kill the yeast and open up the yeast cells, so we can put that into the final bottle, and it will add as yeast nutrient for the yeast we're going to put in later, and it's got something to eat. As well as sugar, it needs some food, other food. Trace minerals and all of that stuff. On the boil. I'll get back to you when there's something to do. As this yeast water mix is heating up, guys, before you just bring it to a boil, take your whisk, get the yeast from the edges, because the yeast will spread out on top of the liquid, and you don't want to burn that yeast like into a cremated black charcoal. So only after a minute or two, give it a whisk, get all the stuff that's stuck on the edges, and we can see now that it's completely incorporated. The desk has been absolutely cleaned, so this is why I've got everything on there, onto the boil. So as the yeast is starting to boil up, this has come, it's not hot, it's warm. It's just warm to the touch. Now we add the honey. Now as you can see, this jar is still coated with honey. We want all of that sugar in there. So that is what the ladle is for. We're going to take some of this warm water, maybe just about a quarter a jar, warm water. Put the lid back on, shake it up, give it a real good old shake. So what that's done is dissolved all the honey, and we've got a nice honey water mix. So just tip that in, and we haven't wasted any honey. Now just whisk it up. My yeast is just starting to come to the boil. I'm going to turn the temperature down and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. While that's simmering away, we're just going to whisk this honey, this water honey mix, until it's completely incorporated. It's just going to take a minute or two. So I boiled this for 7 minutes, simmered, not a big rolling boil, just simmered for 7 minutes. Now, this is where we just want to pop a tea bag in. And what you want to do, give it a mix, let that sit until it cools, about 10 minutes. Now, while that's cooling and the tea is infusing, this will cool down, that will cool down, and then we're ready to put it in the bottle. So this tea bag has been sat for 10 minutes. The liquid is not cold, it's still too warm to do anything else with. But now we just take the tea bag out. I haven't squeezed it or anything, it's just been steeping in there. So that was my first squeeze, just to take it out. And now this is cool enough to just add this, which is a tannin. The teas will give tannin, and the boiled up, now dead yeast is going to be food for the live yeast. Give them a little mix. And guys, leave this for about an hour just to get back down to room temperature. So it's been an hour, just done my Asda shopping. What I didn't say was make sure you cover it before you leave it, because particles can come in and fall. Just make sure it's covered. A cheap piece of tin, I don't think it's tin, is it? It's not tin foil. Aluminium. Guys, that stuff, you know what I mean. So, that's cool. Funnel time. Just tip this in there. Perfect. So you want to leave some room, because this could bubble up, and it could bubble up and out, but I'm just whatever. So now this is a step you don't have to do. I am doing it because if you follow what I do, I can tell you exactly how strong it's going to turn out percentage wise, alcohol by volume. So what I'll do, I'll take a reading before yeast has had a chance to start fermenting, because I haven't even put him in yet, and then I'll take a reading afterwards. And the difference between this reading and the next reading, small calculation, will tell you exactly how strong your drink is, your mead. Not that you need to know, but this is sitting at 1.080. If this ferments out to 1.000, we're going to end up with a 10.5% mead. Now, I'm just going to put this back in. You'll be surprised how little yeast you actually need. Now, I am going to go with half a teaspoon. Now, you could use a funnel if you got a dry one, but mine's wet now, obviously. So I'm going to kind of use my thumb and finger. Tip him in like that. Get them in there. Lovely. Right. I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to shake. I'm going to shake it up quite a bit. The yeast at the beginning of fermentation will need a little bit of oxygen. So giving it a good shake gets that oxygen incorporated a bit more into the liquid. It's not essential, but it can't do any harm. And that teaspoon of yeast is completely in there. Guys, just gonna loosen the lid. Loosen it enough so you can't pull it off. But if you can squeeze the bottle and air comes out, you're good. So I'm gonna set that aside. It's gonna be 1 to 2 weeks. And I'll get back to you in 1 to 2 weeks. So this is the next day, not even 24 hours later. And if we focus on the surface film of the liquid, you can see all these very, very tiny bubbles. This is a very good indication of fermentation has started and it's taken a hold. It's been 21 days to the day. I should have put it in my airing cupboard where it's a lot warmer. I believe it could have taken a few days quicker to ferment. But it's like a still calm pond on top. There's no bubbles coming up whatsoever. Right, now, question is, what's the gravity? Now I'm going to tip a litre out into this bottle carefully, not to disturb much. Try not to drop it. I'm quite excited about this because off camera I couldn't help myself. I had a little sniff and it smelled okay. Now the all-important gravity test. So before I did anything, before the yeast did anything, I didn't do anything, before the yeast did anything, the gravity was 1.080. Let's hope it's changed. Guys, bread yeast's amazing. Bread yeast is amazing. So we can see there, I'm calling that 1.000. Now let's do the maths. So the maths say that's 10.5% ABV. How simple and easy is this? Guys, I'm going to get a chair, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to taste it. Let's get the aromas. Not much coming off that, really. Guys, right, before you taste a new drink, it's always important to have a good palate cleanse. So your taste buds can just appreciate what's going on. Now, you could store this for longer, let it clear out, let the flavours do whatever they're supposed to do. But I've got 10.5% mead here. Cheers, everybody. That's phenomenal. Guys, no equipment, no chemicals, nothing fancy. You've seen what I just did, and you've got yourself a very pleasant 10.5 ABV drink. I can't say anything bad about it. There's no yeasty coming off the bread yeast. There's no like alcohol protrusion. It's just wonderful. I'm happy with that, guys. For something so cheap and the end product is so good, give it a shot. That's really nice. I'll be having a couple more of these tonight. Now, guys, if you haven't seen how to make 13% wine with no equipment, fruit wine, have a look at this one, or even check out this one. I've got cider where you can make with just 2 ingredients. Guys, thanks for watching. Check these out, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you very much.